People have debated which option is better for years, renting a house or buying one. It's a dream of every individual to own their own house. But this should be a well-planned and informed rather than an emotional decision. Hi, and welcome to today's video. I'm Nikhil Dhawan. I talk about financial and economic concepts on this channel and present them in understandable way. In this video, we will discuss the age-old debate of renting versus buying a house. In your case, it might be better if you rent than buy or vice versa. I have divided this into 7 factors and we will compare renting and buying under them. Let's start with it. First is upfront cost. So, in context of renting, the upfront costs are relatively low. When you rent a house, you only need to pay security deposit, usually 1 or 2 months rent, and the first month's rent. When renting through a broker, you may have to pay brokerage fee, which is mostly equivalent to 1 month's rent. But buying a house involves a high upfront cost, which includes down payment, which usually is 20% of the property value. Then you have to pay registration fee, stamp duty, legal fees, and other associated expenses. The total cost of these expenses can vary depending on the property location, size, and value. And when you take the house on EMI, you will get a monthly burden of EMI. So take an example. If you are going to buy 50 lakh house and pay 10 lakh as down payment and convert the rest to 40 lakh EMI. So as per the current market rate of 8.5 per annum, you will have to pay 43,000 per month. So if you are just starting in your career, this might be significant amount for you. Even with the future uncertainty, this can be a burden. The next factor is monthly expenses. When you rent a house, your monthly expenses are limited to rent, electricity, water, and maintenance charges. The landlord usually bears the cost of property tax, repairs, and maintenance. Still, when you buy a house, your monthly expenses include the mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and utility bills. You are responsible for all the costs related to the property, including repairs, maintenance, and EMI. The next factor to consider is flexibility. While renting a house provides flexibility to move to different locations as per your needs. This is particularly useful for the people with jobs requiring them to relocate frequently or those who prefer a more mobile lifestyle. Renting allows you to avoid selling a property or finding a tenant to rent it out, whereas buying a house provides less flexibility than renting, as it becomes difficult to move to new location once you have purchased the property. This can be challenge for people with job requiring them to relocate frequently, or even you need to know how much space you require as your lifestyle and family will grow as you proceed further in your career. However, buying a house can provide stability and peace of mind if you are planned to live in an exact location for long term. The next factor is equity and returns. When you rent a house, you don't build equity. The money you pay in rent goes towards providing a place to live, but you don't own anything, hence you can't earn returns on it. But when you buy a house, you build equity as the property value increases, so you can use the equity to sell the property, and even some people use it as an investment option. But in this case, the rental yield is to be taken care of. So to define rental yield, it's a financial metric used to calculate the return of investment, which is ROI, that a property owner is earning from rental income generated by the property. It is expressed as percentage and is calculated by dividing the annual rent income by total cost of property. For example, if a property costs rupees 50 lakh and generates an annual rent income of 1 lakh, the rental yield will be 2%, which means owner is earning rental yield of 2% on their investment in the property. In India, the rental yield is 2 to 3% usually. The next factor is control. When you rent a house, you have limited control over the property. You will need landlord's permission to make changes or modification to the property. But when you own a house, you have complete control of the property. You can make any changes or modification as per your wish. You can customize the property to suit your lifestyle and preferences. The next factor is maintenance. When you rent a house, the landlord is responsible for the maintenance of the property. The landlord bears any repairs or upkeep expenses, which can save you from significant amount of money. But when you buy a house, maintenance becomes your responsibility, and you bear any repairs or upkeep expenses. This can be significant expenses, especially if property requires major repairs or renovation. The next factor is stability. Renting can be unstable, as the landlord can increase the rent anytime or every year as per rent agreement. You may find it challenging to budget for the rent increases, especially when you live on tight budget. But buying a house provides stability. You can live in the house for as long as you want. In conclusion, renting and buying a house have advantages and disadvantages. Renting provides flexibility and low upfront cost, while buying provides equity, control, and stability. Ultimately, the decision between renting and buying depends on individual circumstance, financial situation, personal preferences, and plans. After carefully analyzing the factors we discussed, it is essential to weigh the pros and cons carefully before deciding. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel to get yourself updated with the future content. See you next time. Till then, stay fit and healthy. Nikhil Dhawan signing off.